I think, I know that we tried to make sure the guys understood their style of play. Coach does a really good job with them. They really aggressive. They get into you. We told them they were going to foul. I played defense today and shoot around and foul them a bunch of times just to make sure they understood how aggressive and intense they are. They play a different style. I think it's good. The problem is we didn't really have yet a day prep, and you couldn't go live after playing Nebraska, so you're trying to do it. And to our guys' credit, once we adjusted, we went small ball. We had the nice run to finish the half. Mike McGurl, two really nice plays. A kick to Nigel for a three, and then the steal and the pull-up three, and takes his time and fouls through and showed some maturity there. So, but we had our chance in the second half to really, put the nails in the coffin, miss layups, miss some easy ones, miss some open threes, it's a good win. You get to go home and relax a little bit. Obviously, a lot of tough games coming up, within the league. And I'm sure you guys all saw the Big 12's tweet about where we are in the net ratings and as a league. And it's scary, but it's also it's fun. It's why you come here. You got that challenge to play top teams basically every night, and we got to get ready for that. Right now, it looks like we know Morgan State is a cancel because of COVID. They canceled, I think, Wisconsin tonight, and then they cancel our game. So we're kind of scrambling to get a replacement game. We got a couple people possible. I know the women also lost a game tomorrow, and they're scrambling too. I talked to Coach Mitty today. I guess welcome to COVID 2021-22, because you see it all over the ticker from the NFL to the NBA to the NHL. It's a tough thing. We all want it to be gone, but it's not, and we just got to hope and pray our guys stay safe and healthy when they come back, and we're not going to miss games or miss people.
McNeese joined some elite company in K-State history as the only player, along with three other elite K-Staters to get 2 double-doubles, assists, and points in a season. What does that mean for this team?
I mean, he got us going in the first half. We just said heck with it. One of the things we thought we'd learned from Arkansas was, when they fight you and pressure you, you got to attack them, and that's what he got going with us. I don't think, again, we were a little casual to start and didn't understand what the animal we were going against, but once we got going and got him in, wheeling and dealing and making plays, he's tough to defend, especially if he has space. So, I've said all along, he wants to do well. He keeps getting better, and I think he's learning that, it doesn't have to be. I think, those long bomb 3 balls. He can do it with all the other stuff. I've told you guys he's dynamic on defense. He's, can create and make plays. So, he's, it's special for him. You get Nigel back, and he a little bit better, but I think he's still, figuring it out a little bit. Selton comes off the bench, quietly gets 17. Marcus, close to a double-double again, and makes his couple free throws and maybe another open 3. He's got another double-double, and so that our big guys were so good the other day, and today not quite there, and so again, credit to them. They exploited, ISO'd us, took us a little bit. We're a good team defensive team, and how do you beat us? Have guys that can go take people one-on-one, and where there's and space with other people. And so I'm a little disappointed. We've been so good in the threes, and I've had people call me, and how come you? And I always talk about our hands. I thought we were casual on our hands on the closeouts, and especially disappointing they hit those last 2. Because you hope you take pride in those things.
And then what does it mean? I'm going to talk about McNeese again, but the resiliency after a tough Nebraska game, probably his worst performance of the year, to come back.
One thing Coach Southwell talked to him about, and we talked to all the team, was just where was your preparation, your mindset? It's not going to, every game's different, styles are different. Sometimes the shot goes in, people, they did a great job of hedging, trapping the ball screen. Now it didn't allow space. And he did, in that game, he didn't adjust very well. Now he comes back and it's a different game. So he's got to realize every game's a little different. I talked to them last night about guys that have told me they were volume shooters. And I had been in basketball for 42 years and I had never heard that term. And it's baffling to me. And people brag about it. It's like, I don't understand. You keep shooting and missing. That's not a good thing. Now you tell me you're an efficient shooter and you're shooting 50 and the best players shoot 50, 40, 30, 90, so, and that's efficient. That's what, and so slowly but surely, I think he's, think about 18 points on 8 shots, very efficient, 10 assists, couple, casual turnovers maybe, but other than that, pretty good.
We were wondering about this. Do you know what the Big 12 policy is on COVID cancellations if one team can't play?
Don't know. I know like the Pac-12, I saw Washington forfeited a couple games. I would hope for everyone's sake that we want to get the games in if we can, but you don't want to put other teams in jeopardy, with a bunch of games in a week or whatever. But, we just got to, I've been begging our guys to get the boosters for about a month now. We have some that have jumped on board and some haven't. We're pretty, our group is, they've gotten the vaccine. I begged them with that last spring and, we'll, I hope after we talked to a couple of them, they thought after January, some of our guys have had COVID and the vaccine, so they kind of feel like maybe wait a little bit to get that booster. But, I just don't want it to be us where we lose games that might take us out of having a special season.
When you talk about looking at replacement opponents, you're talking about D1 teams, D2 teams?
Yeah, D1. That's our goal right now. And we haven't, I talked Casey a little bit yesterday when we found out Scott about it, maybe a D2, but I don't know if that, we probably would, nothing against that, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's better to practice. I don't know. We'll see. But there's some guys, you saw Duke replace Cleveland State with Elon. And there's actually one of the guys, national guys, I think has a site now, like who needs games, who's out COVID, who has open dates, and you can, advertise. So I got a couple calls to make on the way home tonight, and hopefully something will work out.
And one question on this game, Selton only played 22 minutes, but gets 17 points. What was he doing to get cooking?
He was pretty efficient when he was in there. That's great. That's, I think our best thing about us is our depth, and that's where we're good when we keep bringing people at him, and so it's a big night for him. I hope he's happy. Obviously, I'm sure they all want a few more minutes, but he's pretty efficient today for us, and that's good. Get a little confidence because he's had he had some really good games, and then he's had some games just okay. So now feel good going into the break and coming back because we need him. We need all of them. I think part of it too, when you didn't have Nigel for a while, you didn't have Mike. Now we're kind of figuring it out again. Minutes, roles, who can do what, plays. What plays for somebody, what plays for another guy.
What does your team need to do moving forward to kind of avoid these slow starts you guys have had?
I don't know. It's just we got to obviously once we started guarding them. Think about it. I don't what they have 25, and then we hold them to 59. The rest so we did a great job. But understanding our theme today was prepare with humility, and part of that comes from Kobe Bryant is. You got to respect everybody. You got to respect the game. You got to respect, teams. And you got to understand that, you got to come ready to play every game. And that's part of maturity as a group and understanding. And, I think that's, and then the other part of that quote is perform with confidence. So, I think we have confidence, but they got to understand that, that humility and respect and understanding you got to be ready every game. I talked about Michael Jordan, always talked about every game he had the nervous bubbles in his stomach, and that's the best, or one of the top three. You argue it, and that dude was every game he was intense. He was ready, and that's where you got to keep. That's evolving as a player, understanding the special guys, Barry Brown, Jacob, Dean Wade, guys that have been through here. I'm sure you can name Rolando Blackman. Understanding that I got to be prepared every game to be special.
Other questions for Coach?
I noticed 2 missed lob dunks tonight. That doesn't seem to be your forte this season.
No, it
do you
does
think? What is that something you stress to the guys to maybe avoid that going forward? Or?
Well, I mean, just lay it in if you don't feel like you can do it. Mike's one, like when we practice it, like certain plays we have, Mike's one that we throw it to, and he just kind of, I don't know, he just missed it. I'm not sure what, and then he missed the layup after. I felt, because he had such a good finish to that half that gave us a nice boost. And coming off the flu, I talked about it at Nebraska. I thought he gave us a nice boost, and I think he can get better. We can get better. But it definitely is not our strength right now.
Yeah, what are your guys' plans for the holidays now? And also, if you don't get a game, what do you?
So they go home tomorrow. Everyone's got flights tomorrow morning early. We were supposed to come back Christmas night late. Everybody comes in on that late flight. Now if we don't get a game, I'm gonna see if we can push back the flights, and it could be not available. I don't know, because it's a weekend, the holidays, stuff like that, and see if we'd probably push it back to let them have another day or two at home, because then you'd have a whole week to prepare for Oklahoma.
Is there something that you like for them to do at home during the breaks?
Yeah, AJ, our strength coach, will give it, just more than anything, just you can't lay and eat the whole time. You got to, tomorrow it's a flight, you get home about noon, you're going to be happy, it's holidays, you're, seeing family running around, friends, whatever. But at least one of the days, I think you got to, get your body going, definitely stretching, just some little things. So.
Anything else for Coach?
Can I have that pullover?
Yeah,
So
you like
nice.
that?
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks,
Size.
Coach.